Okay, so good morning everyone. Today we are going to do our preliminary examination for programming 2. Okay, so our exam goes right this way. Okay, so write a program that has a menu that can accept 20 numbers and can perform the following instructions. The program should be able to display all numbers that the user entered. The program should be able to display the sum of all the numbers that the user entered. Displays the even numbers and the sum. Display all the numbers and the sum. Display the count of even numbers. Display the count of odd numbers. And when press Q, the program should quit, leaving a thank you message. Okay, so first things first, we are going to declare our switch statement, because with this program we should use void statements or void codes. Okay, we should type like car and leave it as blank, and while ans is not equals to q, because our q here, when the user presses q, the program quits. Printf, thank you for using this program. So that's our thank you message. So this is already done, and then we are going to display or enter the 20 numbers for the display. Okay, but before that, we are going to declare our menu or our switch statements. Okay, so for like case Z, when the user presses Z, a void named as enter numbers should be activated. So it goes like this: enter numbers and break. It is necessary to put a break here. Okay, but since we have declared a void, we should also declare the name of the void here. Void enter numbers. And then, since that is okay, we should also put a void here, enter numbers, and then let's put some brackets. We will be programming, or we will be adding some codes later on in this part, but first we are going to create our menu. So between these two codes, type ans is equals to menu, in which this menu is really our menu for this program. So let's declare here menu, and then we should also declare here car menu, just like this one, but instead of void, we are using a data type that is car. Okay, so with our menu, we should create our menu first. Okay, so type in system cls. CLS stands for clear screen. Printf select percent maybe like 40s. Yes, we should. Oh, I forgot to add this code right here. Just copy paste this one, cut and paste rather. So our while loop is looping a switch statement unless the answer when pressed is equals to Q, and if it is equals to Q, the program should quit, leaving a thank you for using this program message. So case X this all numbers or num, and then break. Sa unang muna, papaganayin muna natin tong dalawang to. Display all numbers and display papaganayin muna natin yung pag-accept ng 20 numbers and yung pag-display ng 20 numbers na yon. Okay. So kaya ito muna yung gagawin natin. Since nag-declare tayo ng another void sa switch statement natin, so magde-declare din tayo dito this all num. Tandaan nyo parehas to dito. And then let's go write another this all num here. And then just like this one, we should also add here return to upper get ch. This code is necessary so that whatever letter we type on to our program, it converts it into capital letters, because if it is a small letter, our switch would not work because our cases here are in capital letters. So copy paste this one, or rather you can just type here systemcls. Each void should require these codes, systemcls and return to upper get ch. And just copy paste these two. And on our menu, just type in here %430s and printf. Printf. Let's type z to enter 20 numbers. \n printf %30s x to display all numbers. Printf %30s q to exit program \n printf no, this is already good enough. Okay, so let's try and run the program. Okay, so we are having some spacing problems here. Let's type in here 50. And 50 here, another 50. Maybe like another 50 here. Maybe like another %s here. Name this as 50 and remove this. Now, %s space, comma, and just like a blank space here. And that is too much. Let's go by 30. Almost close enough. maybe like 15, I think. Okay, so this is pretty going nice. This, let's maybe like type in 20. Okay, so that's really good enough. Okay, so like when I type in, no, the user can type, or rather enter, or yes, type some letters. You can type Z or X or Q, whatever you want. X. Okay, so this program should be able to accept letters for our case. Okay, so just a quick view with our oh no, this code should stay here underneath our while. Okay, I seem to spot the problem already. Okay, so right now we are going to add our code for our enter numbers. So since we are going to enter 20 numbers, we should declare a global variable here. Global variable. Int, maybe like name this as number. Make this like 50 to avoid any errors. Int, maybe just later we can display some even and odd numbers. And inside our void enter numbers, we should go and type here int I for our array variable, and then printf enter 20 numbers. Printf, no, only like, let's type in here for loop first. For I is equals to 1, I is lesser than or equal to 20, I plus plus. Whatever is inside this loop will be repeated for 20 times. So printf %d or %2d and a parenthesis, so that we know, or rather as the user would know what the number is, or rather like pang ilang number na yung tinatype niya. Okay, so enter number, comma I, and scanf %d ampersand number I. Now this I increments is being incremented, right? This I is being incremented. So whatever the user types, whatever number that the user types will be stored on the number that depends on the position. Like at the very first start number I, that I has the value of 1, and the I is being incremented. Now the number, the next number that will be stored, that the user enters, that it will be stored on the number that has the position 2, and I is being incremented again, and whatever the user enters, whatever number that the user enters will be stored on the number position 3. That's how the array works. Okay, and this already our program for the this for the enter numbers. And then maybe like type in here print f \n print f %9 s done. Printf %30s 31s, press any key to return. And maybe like that's pretty good enough. Let's try it. Press Z. Okay, so it seems that I'm missing a \n here, and I'm just going to like put on a backslash or a single \n here and printf and or %20s %s. This blank space is just for display only. Okay, guys, please enter your choice. Oh no, let's just leave our \n here. So it goes like this. Do note that there's nothing significant here. This is just for the menu. What the most important part of the code here is this one. As long as we have this code, whatever key that we type will be observed by our switch statement. So if I type Z, as you can see, we can now type 20 numbers. Don't press any key to return. Okay, so the next one, we should also display the 20 numbers. Okay, so maybe like printf and just copy paste this one. It's not necessarily a thing to type all of these lines. So all numbers that you have entered and semicolon. Now to display all the numbers that you have entered, it similar lang siya dito. So we are going to type our counter again, and we are going to use for loop or whatever while you want, or rather whatever loop you want. It could be like while loop or do while loop or for loop. What works best for you? For I is equals to 1, I is lesser than or equal to 20, and I is incremented when a condition is true. So printf %d numbers \n number I. Just copy paste this block of code right here. Maybe that's already good enough. Let's check for errors. No, we don't have any errors. Enter 20 numbers. Next, to display all numbers. So as you can see, we have our numbers right here. Numbers you have entered. So these are all of these are the numbers that we have entered. Okay. Next, we are going to check this one. Kasi tapos na tayo dyan. Next naman is, we have to determine the even numbers and the sum of our even numbers. Okay? As well as for our odd. So I'm just going to copy paste this one, create a new line, and put it like this way, C, and this all this even, and copy paste this one, add it to our void section, semicolon, and then void system CLS, return to upper get ch, and boom. And we are going to add another array for our even numbers. Since we are going to determine if the number that we have entered is even or odd, we are going to put a conditional statement on our for loop inside the enter numbers void. So if the present number is divisible by, or rather percent 2, and the remainder is 0, add that number onto our array that is named as even. Okay, and then we are going to display whatever number that is when divided by 2 doesn't have any remainder is added onto our even array, and we are going to display this array as well, because on our exam, display all even numbers and the sum. Okay, and for the code of the display even, it's the very same as our code for the display all numbers. So we are going to type here I, just copy paste this one, all even numbers. For I is equals to 1, I is lesser than or equal to 20, I plus plus. Printf %d \n number, and no, not number, even I, and just copy paste this block of code right here. Let's try it out. And display all. Oh no, I haven't added any selector for even number, but as you can see, it is written here as C. So when we try to type C, as you can see, this is all of this is the even numbers that we have typed. But as you can see, meron tayong zeros dyan. May mga zeros tayo dyan, and we don't want those number. I mean, like, we don't want this number displaying onto our even numbers. So to avoid this problem, we are just going to type here if even is greater than 0, type this one. Okay. Maybe let's test this one out. Oh no, I haven't added the key for the menu. Press C to display all even numbers. Okay, press C to display all even numbers, but first we have to enter 20 numbers. C to display all even numbers. Oh no, we have, oh no, let's change our code right here. X to display all even numbers, C to display all even numbers. Oh no, I guess I had a mistake again. Just, oh no, copy paste this block of code, copy, or rather cut this block of code, try and cut this block of code here. Oh no, I mean like, no. Okay, so this this block of code doesn't really have to be deleted, I guess, but the one that we should be editing is this part right here. Okay, so I'm very sorry guys. Okay, so if even I is greater than 0, okay, so I think this is great enough for our even numbers. Try to run the code again. And display all even numbers. As you can see, ito na yung mga even numbers natin, and makikita nyo wala na tayong zeros. We don't have any more zeros onto our even numbers with our even numbers. Okay, so let's do the same for odd numbers. Copy paste this one and change this to V to display all odd numbers. Copy paste again for our switch statement, V, and change this to odd. Copy, void, semicolon, and create a new array variable called odd. Copy and paste this one again underneath the this even, void system CLS, copy and paste the system CLS, and copy and paste this one right here, and then you can just copy and paste the whole code including the int I, and change this to odd numbers and change this to odd and odd again. And then let's go back right to our enter numbers. As you can see, we don't have any code for determine, so a code that determines if the number is odd. We can just type here else odd. That means the number has a remainder. If the number has a remainder when divided by 2, then that number is an odd number. But looking at our exam, we also have to display the total or the sum of the even and odd numbers. So let's go right onto our this even again. Type here int sum odd. We will be computing, or rather even, sum even, because we will be computing the sum of all even numbers. And underneath the printf, type here sum even is equals to sum even plus even I and semicolon. And underneath the for loop, type here printf total %d and sum even. Now let's do the same for our this odd. Copy and paste this one. There we go. And just copy paste this one again. Change this to odd. I guess that works fine. Enter 20 numbers. Display all numbers. Display even numbers. Display odd numbers. Oh, so you can see our total here doesn't have the right number, so we will be fixing that. Okay, so going back to our program, di ba, yung total natin nagdi-display ng %t, di ba? Nagdi-display ng napakahabang numbers, no? So it is very important to add sum even. Punta tayo sa sum even. It is very important to add or to declare them as 0 first. So yun yung magiging default value. Kasi ang nangyayari, since wala siyang value, this has the value of something random like 67, 8,000, ganyan. Yung value kasi na yun na nilalabas niya, yung mga ganun nakataas na numbers, mga 67 for example, sa memory yun, dinidisplay niya yung value ng stat niya sa memory, kung nasang position siya sa memory. So, para ma-avoid yung ganun, let's declare this variable as 0. Okay, so same for this one also, for our odd. And let's try to run the program again. Z okay, so display all even numbers, 28, and display all odd numbers. We have a total of 32. Start to display the even numbers again. We have total of 28. Okay, so that is for our 3 and 4. Now we have to display the count of even numbers and the count of odd numbers. So let's add another case here. B, this, or rather let's just name this as count odd or even first. Even, and then count odd. Okay, and copy paste this one. Void count odd, void count, oh no, count even. Okay, so let's initialize a variable na hindi na siya kailangan array. Okay, kasi isang value lang naman yung i-display niya. Count odd, int count even, and let's type here. Okay, so since ito yung program na nagde-determine kung odd or even, so if odd siya, si count even ay madadagdagan ng isa. Same goes for count odd. So again, let's initialize this to 0. Baka mamaya kasi mataas ang number na ilalagay niya. And then, right on our menu, let's create another key b to display count of even numbers, and then odd numbers, and vbn void count even. Type na natin yung program, system cls, and then copy and paste this block of code. And then dito, let's just copy and paste this one, yung napakahaba. This is just for the display count of even numbers. And let's just type in here printf %d, or rather count of even numbers %d, and count even. Tignan lang natin kung tama yan, ha. Okay, so tama. So ang ginagawa nito, dinidisplay lang niya kung ano yung value nito ni count even, na kung saan nadadagdagan ito every time na yung number ay ang remainder niya when divided by 2 ay 0, which is yun ay even. Now, this also has the same code for count odd. So, same lang sila. Copy and paste. Count odd. Count of odd numbers. Count odd. And bam. Count odd here. I think we are good to go. Count even redeclared as different kind of symbol. Okay, so let's just make this as capital letters. Okay, so what happened was I have declared a variable, and I have declared another variable that has the same name. So I'm just going to capitalize the letter E on our even and for our odd. So make this as capital letters. Change this into a capital letter. And change this to a capital letter. Oops. And play. Oh yes, I forgot this one. Duplicate case value. Okay, yes. N. Okay. Okay, so I misspelled. Are there any more errors? Okay, so we don't have any more errors. Okay, so press Z to enter numbers. Okay, so press X to display all numbers. As you can see, we have our numbers here. press C to display even numbers. Okay, so that seems to be working fine. Press V to display. Press B, count of even numbers. And when we press O and count of even numbers or odd numbers. So what if we try to enter another 20 numbers? Tingnan natin kung anong mangyari, guys, ha. Display all numbers. So this ito yung mga numbers na dinidisplay natin or in-enter natin. Display all even numbers. As you can see, 44 and 49. Pero hindi naman siya actually 49 numbers. Count of even numbers 20 and count of odd numbers 20. So let's try and fix that problem. Okay, guys? Kasi ang nangyari, hindi nabubura yung last na value ng variables natin na even and odd numbers, count and odd numbers, count of even and odd numbers. Okay, so to fix that problem, right on our menu, or rather right on our void that enter values, void that lets you enter numbers, so type in here int j for j is equals to 1, j is equals or lesser than or equal to 20, j plus plus, even j 0, odd j is equals to 0, and then type in here our variables, what count even and count odd. Even is equals to 0, count odd is equals to 0. Okay, so for our display even, okay, so this seems to be working fine. Okay, so ang ginagawa ng code na to, okay, codes that resets variables. Okay, so kung anong ginagawa ng code nito, nire-reset niya yung mga count into 0. Syempre kasi panibagong numbers na naman yung ilalagay mo. Yung dating numbers, hindi niya na pwede bilangin 'yon. So back to 0 na naman tayo. So just like yung kanina, kung ano yung number na in-enter natin, nag-enter tayo ng numbers, 20 numbers sa isang variable. So that will be resetted to 0 when the user activates this void. So let's try and run the program again. Display all numbers, display even numbers, so we have a total of 22, or rather the sum of these even numbers, odd numbers, count of even numbers, count of odd numbers. So what if we try to enter another numbers? Display all numbers. As you can see, it is resetted to 0, and kung ano yung nandito, yun lang yung bibilangin niya. Hindi niya bibilangin yung kanina na number na in-enter natin. Count of even numbers, only 7. Count of odd numbers, only 13. So, yes. Ito na po yung preliminary examination natin. So, I hope na-enjoy nyo itong video na to. And I hope na follow nyo yung instructions na maiki. Thank you for watching this video.